Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to build my moving eyeball in Minecraft for a floor or a ceiling. And this one is even easier to build than the normal model. So for the initial outline, you're going to want to go up 5 blocks, that way we have 4 blocks beneath our main outline here. And since we can't use half slabs and stairs sideways, I instead use walls, but you can feel free to swap those out for whatever you want. But in this instance, that's what I use. And you can go ahead and follow along with me here on how to build the outline, but of course if you want to make it so it's more narrowed, like it's glaring at you or something, feel free to change it up however you want. But once the outline is done, I will show you a bit more about the white and the iris. So when placing the white part for your eye, I like to start 1 block below the very furthest wall piece. And this major chunk here is going to be 5 blocks tall, so go ahead and fill that in. And on our 2 long sides, the longest 2 sides, you're also going to want to put 4 bonus blocks on either side centered, just like so. That way when our double piston extenders make the eye look up or down, we'll still have some room. You'll also want to pick one of the shorter sides, and you're going to want to extend one of those sides out by 5 full blocks, just like this. Now that we got that done, you can place the iris. You can use the colored and black parts of the eye for any block you want, but you're going to want to have it start on the same side that we placed those extra 5 blocks on one of the short sides. This is very important for how the pistons work. You'll see that in a minute. Now, I did forget to show this in the video, but on those 2 shorter sides I was talking about, you're going to want to place 5 regular pistons on either side, just like this. Of course, one side they'll be touching because one side is longer, but this is the easy part. Place some target blocks against those pistons, then make a nice little track for some redstone dust to run across, and I like to use 1 repeater so it'll have 1 tick of delay. Just copy this over to the other side, and you'll have your look left and look right functions totally complete. Really simple, even easier than the first one. And then I made it flat on the top there so you can still cover it up and make whatever you want for your floor. Now we get to the hardest part of the build, and honestly it's not too hard. We're going to do a couple of double piston extenders. They're going to be identical for both sides, and you're going to want to start with a block to place your pistons against a few blocks away. You're going to want to place down 4 sticky pistons, and then in front of those 4 regular pistons in such a way that you have 1 airspace between the regular pistons and the snow block, like so. And once that's done, we bust out some observers, and you're going to have the first observers watching our sticky pistons, so the arrows are pointing down. And then you want to have some more observers watching the first ones, so the output is facing towards you. Then place some blocks, doesn't matter what they are, on the backs of those observers. And from here, all you have to do is power the sticky pistons, which is identical to what we did earlier for the look left and look right, except this time we want to have 5 ticks of delay. Now, the delay that you have for these might differ a little bit depending on your server or your realm that you're playing on. This is where you might have to add or take away delay, otherwise the eye might mess up a little bit. And one of the bonus features to this thing is that if the up and down functions are activated right after each other, the 2 respective piston banks, it has a chance to recenter itself, though you could just take away those blocks in front of the observers and it would only fire half of it and recenter it that way. But from here, there's lots of space down below for you to choose what type of power mechanism you want to make the eye move. Plenty of space. So if we step over here to my display, we have 3 different choices for you. So the first option is a calibrated skulk sensor. This thing will detect different sounds depending on how much power is going into it, so you can have the eye detect your footsteps. The second option you have is to simply trap an animal in a pin with 4 pressure plates for each one of the lines of power. This one's my favorite one, it's simple enough. And the last one is a random pulse generator, not really sure what to call it, but it'll either power the left or the right side randomly, and you basically need a dropper facing up into a hopper facing down with 1 weapon and 1 stackable item. Depending on which one gets thrown in, it'll choose the left or the right side. Everything else about the design is as it appears on screen. You can go ahead and copy that. But there you go. There's my eyeball that you can place on the floor or flip it around on the ceiling. Hope you enjoy.